welcome to Alongside Lauren. I'm Lauren, and I am thrilled that we get to spend a little bit of time together on this Sunday afternoon while I run around like a headless chook, but hopefully will make my life in the coming week just that little bit easier. We have got some delicious and different bits and pieces on the menu this week that are designed to tantalize and also to use up some bits and pieces that I've had malingering in the fridge, freezer, and pantry. So for our breakfasts, we are going to be dining on a mushroom and spinach frittata. For our lunches, a sausage pasta bake, and for our dinners, an oven baked lamb Rogan Josh. But the pasta bake is ready to come out, so I'm going to check and see how it goes. This was a bit of an adventure. Rather than using a sort of bolognese mince style for the sauce, I made a sort of tomato-based sauce, but then added a bunch of basically different sausages that I found in the freezer that had been cooked up from a few different bits and pieces. So that included some really fancy chicken and mozzarella sausages. It included some, if I'm honest, pretty bogan beef barbecue sausages, one lone hot dog, because the most delicious hot dogs are Gottsingers and they come in packs of 5. Don't ask me why. And we had hot dogs for dinner last night and lunch for today, which meant that we had one leftover lonely sausage and some sliced up chorizo that went into the sauce. I had pasta that was in the freezer that I'd cooked some excess pasta of from a potluck that we'd had a few weeks ago. And to kind of bulk that pasta up, I roasted up a head of cauliflower into florets, and the crumb topping, I love a crumb topping rather than just a standard cheese topping on pasta bake, but the crumb topping is all of the crackers that I had left over in the pantry from cheese platters from the last few weeks, mixed up with a remaining jar of pesto that we'd served with some savoury scones at church morning tea yesterday. And there you have it, a pasta bake of leftovers, and that is going to be delicious, I reckon. And it also has got a ridiculous amount of vegetables per serve, so that makes me feel slightly better for having pasta for the entire week. But I reckon that's going to be delicious and amazing for our lunches for this week. So we'll just slice it up, get it wrapped up, put it in a container, and have it with a little bit of a side salad. So for the lamb Rogan Josh, I am attempting something that I have never done before. How unusual for me. And I am going to kind of make like an oven roasted style Rogan Josh a la Recipe Tin Eats. I've found that that methodology for a massaman and for a butter chicken has been really delicious. And so I figured, why not do it with a Rogan Josh? I might find out why you don't do it with a Rogan Josh, and that's okay. I'll let you know. So because I can't help myself, I've always got to up the vegetable content. I'm just going to slice up some carrots here that will just sort of go in with the curry, and hopefully will just cook down nicely and sort of meld away. I don't know if I love carrot. I don't know if carrot is really a vegetable that you particularly love, but I appreciate the fact that they are high in a bunch of different bits and pieces, including beta carotene. They're a good source of fibre, and they're really cheap and really plentiful. And you kind of just put them in stuff. They add sweetness, but then kind of go away. And I think they lend themselves really nicely to a whole bunch of different cuisine without being a really distinct or specific flavour. And they're also cheap, which is why you'll sort of often see them bulking up like frozen meals and things like that. So I'll just let those hang out there. I've also got some capsicum that I'll put in there. I really and truly am just flying by the seat of my pants with this one. So I've got no jolly idea what I'm doing. But that's all right. Oftentimes I don't. Most of the time it turns out all right. And if it's not super delicious, just add a little bit more Greek yogurt. It should be right. Very, very technical as I grab the instructions of what I think I might need to be doing next. Great. All right. Into the Thermomix.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
While Lauren
handsome.
goes and gets things into the Thermomix,
We have got my
Hold on.
husband and sous chef Heath.
I thought I would quickly share that we've just had church camp,
Yes.
which was fantastic,
It was
and you
amazing.
did a heap of cooking in preparation for that.
We did do a lot of cooking.
Lots and lots of morning teas and afternoon teas and things like that, and lots of gluten-free and dairy-free options.
Yes,
and
we did.
trying to meet all of those dietary requirements.
You are going to have to remind me of what it was that that we cooked. So we made, in terms of the gluten-free and dairy-free,
Yes.
we made orange
Orange and almond
and
cakes.
almond and walnut, because I don't have
So,
almonds.
a
Cakes.
normal cake, but you turned it
Yes.
into little tiny cupcakes.
Yeah.
So that
yeah.
they were more portionable and you
Yeah.
didn't have to chop them up
Yeah,
or
which-
anything like
and
that.
well, I
Much
think
easier.
it worked well.
Yep. Yep.
And we
Mm-hmm.
made some gluten-free, dairy-free, FODMAP-friendly
Ginger
ginger
cookies.
biscuits, which
Yes.
were delicious. I'm a bit sad I didn't get one of those.
I had
That's all
one
right.
today.
Oh, was it good?
It was very good. Yes. They were very soft, and that's a good thing.
I love them.
That's a
like
good thing.
that.
Yes. Very, very nice.
And we
Uh-huh.
made gluten-free honey joys using
Yep.
gluten-free cornflakes.
That's right. Yep.
And then all of the gluten and all of the dairy
That we didn't have.
that we didn't have, I made savoury
Culminated.
cheese scones, which were, I thought they were.
They were delicious, and we
They
had
were
some for
so
lunch as
good.
well
We
today.
did,
Yeah,
we did.
yeah.
We
They
had
were
a slightly,
brilliant.
we had a slightly random
Absolutely
lunch,
brilliant. Yes.
which is just one of those,
Yes.
like when you have one of those lunches, which is just a lot of leftovers. It's delicious though.
Absolutely. Now, while that is blending away, what would you like to drink? Do you want soft drink? Do you want a glass of
I
something?
might have a water.
A water? Yep. Yep.
I might
That
have
sounds
a
good.
water.
Okay. Well, I've got a water glass already. I'll get you one.
Oh, there's just something about that smell of like ginger and garlic and onion together that, oh.
Oh, whoa. Oh,
What?
it's potent. In a good way.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I just wasn't
sorry.
expecting it to hit me in the face so hard. There's your water.
In your face, Heath.
There is your water. And mine.
All right, so we got a cinnamon stick, and we're going to add in some
Great.
cloves.
Yes. Nice.
2 cinnamon sticks. Now, I've got my frittata in the oven, but I reckon it's going to need another 5 minutes.
Right.
So I'll put that on there. And we've got to add in those cardamom pods, which I'm sure I've got some of. Phew. And cloves, which equally I'm sure I've got some of. I went through this stage where I kept buying cloves because I couldn't remember if I had any. And we had then a lot of cloves. So then I kept just assuming that I didn't need to buy cloves for anything. And then one day I went to use them and we had none.
There were no cloves.
It's a really boring story.
Lovely.
Yeah. It's been a big week. And we'll add in 12 cardamom pods. I'm really sorry that I can't count in my head with that. You're welcome.
So those choices of spices, what like are they fairly typical
Yes.
spices that you would use
fairly
for
typical.
a Rogan Josh and for Indian curries in general, or
I mean, not all of them, but for this one, to be honest, I probably should have done a bit of research about the the origins of Rogan Josh, apart from the fact that I just really like it. And now we are going to cook that all for 7 minutes. We'll do it on reverse speed, but nice and softly. Which is amazing. Is this me?
Sure.
It's not
It
quite.
really doesn't matter. It's not like we have to be too precious here. But yes, definitely needed. It has been a busy afternoon. Lots and lots of preparation up until this point.
Yes, it has been.
Enormous amount.
I knew that it was going to be quite a
big one?
a bold undertaking
Yeah.
for the number of bits and pieces that I wanted to get done.
Yeah, well, we're trying for 3 things this time, which is unusual for us. Normally our breakfasts would be something that we kind of prepare that morning.
Yeah.
But
like
this
eggs on
week,
toast and that sort of thing.
This week we're going pre-prepared everything. So pre-prepared breakfasts, pre-prepared breakfasts. There it is, and lunches. Being your pasta bake, which looks amazing, by the way.
It smells really
and
good too.
smells good, and yep, it just looks the part. And Rogan Josh for dinner, so very excited and very organised for the week, which will be great.
Yes.
It'll make life a little bit easier as we go through our week.
Even though I have currently used what feels like every dish.
Pretty
that I
much,
own.
pretty much, and the dishwasher's full and running, and yep, it's pretty.
And it's fun.
It's great. It's great. It's great. Totally
so
great.
I've got here a, one more time and I'll believe you, a red capsicum and a green capsicum that I'm just going to cut down as well. And we'll sort of pop that in the tray while everything's roasting. And I'm also going to add in some chickpeas
Okay.
once it's cooked. Just to kind of bulk up the protein and the vegetable and sort of fiber content of the meal as well, because we're having it at dinner. As much as I really do enjoy rice, but we don't need to have that high a carbohydrate load at night, so we'll be having it with some broccoli and cauliflower that I have roasted with some beautiful Sri Lankan style spices, which will be amazing. So while that continues, I should say, to cook away, then I have got some spices that I'm wanting to pull together. But first of all, I'm going to get that frittata.
Oh, it's time. Is it? Exciting.
Oh, that smells pretty good. I will admit, because it's got mushrooms in there, so when I put it in to cook, it looked a little bit grey.
But it looks like it's browned up beautifully now. Look at that. Magnificent. Ooh. Very nice.
Oh yeah.
That looks great.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that, increase the temperature in the oven up right sort of at high heat.
Oh yeah.
Just so that it can just give the lamb a good initial going.
Right.
When I first put it in, the very technical term. So I've got the dish for the lamb here. And I'm going to take the phone with me so I can pull out all the spices that I'm going to need. So we need cumin and paprika. Now I know turmeric, fennel, nutmeg, garam masala. And ground coriander.
Look at all that.
So it may have been easier to list the spices I wasn't going to use.
Indeed.
Oh, it smells so good. And I'm just going to get the spices ready to go. I must have used all of my tablespoons.
Probably.
There you go. All right, so we want 4 tablespoons of paprika. Oh, honestly, I need to learn how to do this and not have to like sing to myself while I count.
I thought you were going to say you need to learn how to make smoked paprika.
Oh, that's fun.
I thought that was quite interesting.
And 1.5
Is it
teaspoons of
mostly
chili powder.
capsicum?
Yeah. I wonder. So we watched K-pop Demon Hunters. Did I get that around the right way?
You did.
Last night and today, and it was look, it is a fun time, but I don't necessarily know what the words are to the songs. But I've been singing my approximation of them.
They've been stuck in your head.
Oh yeah. So now adding in 8 teaspoons of ground coriander.
It's quite the spice mix, isn't it?
It really is. I do love Indian food and the opportunity to play around with different spices. 8 teaspoons of cumin. Well, I feel like I could just use the rest of the container and we'll call it. We have that amount of cumin.
Why not?
Oh, that ginger just smells spectacular.
Yeah, I can smell it from here.
I'm really excited. And we've got 4 teaspoons of turmeric, which is not Heath's favourite.
Oh, it's fine. I think it's more for colour than anything.
It does have a flavour. I didn't end up buying any, did I? We came across blue turmeric when we were
did.
at
That was quite fascinating.
a sort of garden expo a couple of weeks ago. But then Heath reminded me that neither of us really like.
Well,
neither of us
not
are
on
big
its own.
fans of
Like,
it.
it's fine as an addition, but on its own, not so much.
And then we've got 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. 1 teaspoon of garam masala. You're right, like, it really is quite a
There's a lot of spices.
lot of spices there.
It's pretty complex. But no wonder it tastes so good.
Yeah, because
There's just so much effort that goes into it.
he's learning to be okay with it.
Oh, I'm okay with it in small quantities. It's just if it's the primary flavour, you know, I would say.
Oh. That smells spectacular. And so we're just going to add the spices in with that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Cook that for a couple of minutes. Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's great. Way to go.
There we go. Cook that for a couple of minutes just to get it all sort of nice and warmed through. And so while that cooks, and at some point in time I'm going to have to put all these darn spices back, but I will show you the lamb. So we've got lamb casserole pieces which we got from Our Cow, which is an online, I guess is it a butcher? I don't know.
It's like a butcher meat subscription.
Yeah.
But not subscription. Sorry.
But we've got an opportunity to kind of buy meat which is pretty much direct from the primary producers themselves, which is fantastic. So we've got lamb casserole pieces, which are like, these ones look like basically lamb ribs, which feels a bit fancy. And we've got sort of 2 kilos of that. There's a fair amount of bone in there, because otherwise 2 kilos does sound like a pretty excessive amount of meat for the 2 of us for 4 dinners. But keeping in mind that...
To be clear, 4 dinners as in 8 meals, 4 nights.
This is a point of contention / confusion for the 2 of us.
Mostly for me.
So we've got those beautiful lamb pieces in there.
Yeah, there's a nice fat layer on them.
Yeah, so the one good thing about cooking this all early is that it does mean that the fat will render down and we will have a bit of an opportunity to then kind of skim the fat off the top, which sounds gross, but it means that we've kind of got the benefit of how everything will cook with that flavour and without drying out, but without necessarily just, if you can just smell that.
I'd love to. Whoa. It's full on. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But
so
it'll pack a
excited.
punch.
Oh yeah. And so we'll add in a couple of tins of tomatoes.
Okay. So what is the plan for the carrots that you've cut up?
I'm going to put, crumbs, the carrots and the capsicum just sort of around.
Oh, okay. So they're going to get sort of roasted.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Just the colour is just great. Alrighty. This is just me like having a moment and just staring at it for a little bit because it looks really pretty.
It really does.
It's a very normal thing for me to be doing.
So now what have we got?
So I'm going to add in a tin of tomatoes. And another tin of tomatoes.
So that's added to the spices and the onion and garlic and ginger.
I'm also going to add in the rest of this little jar of veggie stock concentrate.
Great. Some really concentrated flavors today, which is exciting. Nice and rich and flavorful.
So I'll just give that a bit of a stir through.
Look at that.
And yeah, it is quite a, it looks like it will be quite concentrated, but there is like liquid that's going to come out of the lamb, liquid that's going to come out of that veg as well. And then my thinking is that I will take, so I'm going to cover this with foil when I put it in the oven, and I'll sort of let it cook for a couple of hours, and then I'll take the foil off for the last hour or so, just to let those cooking flavours kind of concentrate. My red wine's a bit much. So I will add a little bit of water to this jar. To get every ounce of flavour out. And then
Oh, wow.
it's a little,
I love it. Yep. Good trick.
give it a,
Transfer
Give it a
from one to the
stir.
next.
and then give it a stir around this one.
Get every smidgen. I love it.
Actually might give that a little bit of a go, just so that we've got everything that's around it.
Oh, what a great trick. I do love how little waste we have in this household.
There's really not a lot of waste at all.
And anything that is waste ends up in compost just about.
Yeah.
And it's things like veggie scraps that can't be
Yeah.
held onto for a veggie stock or a...
So I'll just pour the rest of
Mm-hmm.
that in there. And then I'm going to pop foil on top. And then it's going to... Nope, that is baking paper. That's a really bad idea. Foil!
Well done.
Can you grab me another baking tray?
Yeah.
I wonder if... Oh, it's probably not likely to...
No, I don't think it could overflow, but I can do it anyway.
No, it's alright.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So that's going in the oven.
And I'll put it in sort of at a higher heat for the first little bit. To kind of get it going. And that is a really hot oven. But we have had so much fun this afternoon getting all of these meals prepared for the week. It's clearing space in our fridge, freezer and pantry, but my word, is it going to fill our tummies. And I can't wait to do it all again next week on Alongside Lauren.